Hello everyone, it's Annabella here. Today we're diving into a relationship reading for BlackPink's Rosé and Evan Mock. I've been seeing so many comments asking for a reading on these two, so here it is. I have heard some rumors, thanks to my husband. Actually, he's the one who suggested that I do this reading originally. So here we are. Before we jump in, just a quick reminder, this is a celebrity reading, so please take everything with a grain of salt. It's all for fun and nothing is set in stone. Also, I wanted to let you all know that I'll be on vacation in February, so if anyone's interested in purchasing a private reading, please reach out before January 29th. After that, I won't be accepting any more private readings until I get back, which will be mid-February. Alright, with that said, let's take a look at the cards for Rosé and Evans. Alright, so obviously the first card that came out is the Lovers. Let me explain a little bit. Whenever I do these readings, as I'm shuffling the cards, I'm asking questions in my head. Things like, what's their relationship? What's their current energy? Are they together? Are they in love? Or, just give me something clear. And that's exactly what I did during this shuffle. And honestly, I think the cards couldn't have been more clear. This is the Lovers we're talking about. Since it's the first card, there's not much else to say just yet. We'll have to see how the rest of the cards play out. But, of course, this card is a very straightforward answer. I don't want to contradict it or second guess it right now, because this is the initial energy that came out. So, with that in mind, I'm going to say that this relationship definitely feels like it's more than just a casual connection. There's something deeper going on here. The next card is the Eight of Wands. Usually this card represents speed, communication, or things happening quickly, whether it's messages, actions, or just the overall pace of a situation. For me, when I see the Eight of Wands, the energy is simple, fast. That's the word I would use to sum it up. So, in this context, I feel like their connection developed very quickly. It's not necessarily something that built up over time. It feels like things just progress rapidly between them. For now, I'm just going to stick with that, this fast, quick moving energy around their connection. The third card is the Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords typically represents clarity, planning, and a clear-headed way of thinking. But from a more creative perspective, which is how most tarot readers interpret things, there's always room to pick up on subtle energies in the reading. After all, these spreads are influenced by our own intuition. With this card, I feel like there's an energy of something being halted, cut off, or maybe even put on hold. It's like the idea of them being together could be met with some resistance, or maybe it's not something that everyone would be thrilled about. When I see the Ace of Swords, I always think of that sharp edge. Swords aren't necessarily the most comforting energy. They're direct, decisive, and can even cause harm if not handled carefully. So while this card can represent new ideas or beginnings, it also carries a weight of caution. In conclusion, I feel like this card is telling us that their connection might be at a point where new ideas or decisions are forming. It could be the beginning of something unfolding, or it could suggest that there are other ideas and factors in play that could either help or hinder this connection. Swords can mean greatness, but they can also bring challenges. It's a tricky energy to navigate, and it feels a bit hard to pin down completely. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Now, I don't know how many of you have been following my channel for a while, but if you have, you know there are times when I'm not the biggest fan of this card. Yes, he's the Prince Charming type, full of romantic gesture, but he's also a bit all over the place emotionally. He has a lot of feelings and he's more than happy to share them with everyone. But he's not always sure of his final destination. In this context, the Knight of Cups could represent Evan, or it could represent their relationship. And because we already have the lovers in this spread, and considering that the energy here feels very new, I actually think the Knight of Cups is a fair energy to show up. For this reading, I'm leaning more towards the positive aspect of this card. Things like proposal, offers, creativity, and romantic energy. It feels like that sweet, hopeful kind of vibe. You know, all the little fluffy stuff that you expect from a new romance. And finally, the last card we have is a really pretty one, the Wheel of Fortune. This card is all about destiny, good luck, and big changes. It can represent those pivotal, decisive moments in life when things start shifting. Now, the Wheel of Fortune can also hint at soulmates or fated connections. It doesn't necessarily mean soulmate in every case, but it does suggest that people cross paths for a reason. Maybe they were meant to meet, maybe there's some kind of karma or faith involved in their connection. And honestly, it's interesting that Rosé chose Evan to be the main lead in her music video. That decision in itself feels significant. There's something more to their connection. It feels like it's still unfolding, still in the early stages, but here's the thing. With the Wheel of Fortune, change isn't always easy. It can bring ups and downs. We don't know where things are heading yet, and there's still a lot that's uncertain. At the end of the day, though, this is just a tarot reading, a celebrity reading. They're not here to confirm anything, and we're just tapping into the energy as it stands right now. So it's important to stay logical, see the facts, and remember that none of us really know them personally. All we can do is wait and see how things unfold. And if these cards are picking up on something real, then we wish them happiness. But yeah, that's it for this reading. Just a reminder, this is a reflection of their current energy and relationship. We don't know what's going to happen in the future yet because things are always changing. If you're interested in purchasing a reading from me, please remember to email me before January 29th. You can find my contact information in the description, or you can visit my Etsy store at annabellatarot.etsy.com. For any direct email requests, I accept payments and donations via PayPal. As for pricing, feel free to email me or check my channel description for more details. I also take requests for celebrity readings, but of course, I'll choose the ones that seem popular or fit my personal interests. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.